Hello YouTube, this is Eternal Frost here, coming at you with another video for Vermintide 2. Doing Tomes and Grims. We're going to be doing Hunger in the Dark. I'm going to be playing on Veteran, just to ensure I pass it. Playing Sienna this time, with the Beam Staff and Ye Old College Sword, because the Beam Staff loves it some trolls. So yeah, it should be a pretty good run. So we're going to go through all the Tome locations and Grim locations like I've done in the past. I'll put links in the description below so you can go straight to their locations. So make sure you hit that show more piece so that you can see those links and you can skip right to it. Or you can go with me and just let the video play and see how I go about it on a normal run. As usual, please subscribe, leave a like, and drop a comment if there's anything you want to see in the future regarding any kind of PC gaming, Vermintide 2 or otherwise.
Stop grumbling, Dory. This is bracing.
This one's kind of interesting because the Tomes and Grims are a bit spread out until, I'd say, mid to two-thirds of the way into the map. So having the Beam Staff here is very beneficial because there is a guaranteed Bile Troll. And yeah, like I mentioned before, I was being serious. That Bile Troll loves it some Beam Staff. So while I am using her regular class, the level, I forget what it's called. There you go, the Battle Wizard, which is kind of widely regarded as the worst class. It's, oh wow, jeez, that elf. The Tranquility and stacks do help for controlling some of the troll here. Not sure if we want to engage that. Does help with a lot of the build up. You build up a lot of overcharge on the Beam Staff if you're using it right. I.e. using a lot of that skill.
In the beast, wizard.
Oh! No, I heard it just before it got me. And
Be ready.
her melee weapons are all pretty good. I get the feeling that the ceremonial knife or dagger is in its current form kind of overpowered.
Down here.
It has, sorry, I thought I heard something. It has incredibly good crowd control for a knife. Probably better than any of her weapons. So this one's very versatile. It's good at armor piercing. It's just not as fast as her knife. Her knife is probably the best weapon she has. Let's face it, for melee. So, but none of them are bad per se. Even the mace is not that bad. It's really great at killing armored targets, so even that has its uses. So I'm just going through my normal search pattern here for all the chests and loot, so you can see how powerful that charge attack on the Beam Staff is. It does build a lot of overcharge, of course, as you can see. Oh, nice.
Almost precise enough.
There's enough lulls there that are Tranquility.
That's a storm sorcerer. Cut into little pieces.
Nice shot back on. So the first tome, once you enter this area and see what it was called, the grotto or whatever, you'll want to hug the left side.
What a maze.
Just to kind of get your bearings if you're easily lost here. If you follow the left side, eventually you'll come across this opening here. And keep on hugging the left side. And then as soon as you see this, this is a dead end back here if you were to follow it. But off on the right here, you'll see it goes down into this little collapsed tunnel with water. Here you will find, well, you would have found the first tome, but Barden picked it up. So the first tome is right there next to that lamp down the side. It's going to be a while until we find the next tome, so off to the Grim.
Here's a healing draft.
Exchange.
Over here. That's straight.
I find that her teleport, although it might not be the best damaging skill, is good to get yourself out of that. Right, that's kind of funny. I can't be the only one who gets it. What was I saying? It's good at getting yourself out of a jam. Sometimes, like if you're in the corner or backed up, or you find that you've run out of stamina for blocking, it's a great time to pop that thing just to get yourself out of the corner.
Finders keepers. This card will come in handy.
I'm just gonna hit this and ignore that the horde exists. That skill, by the way, does do friendly fire, so be aware of that in champion when you're spamming it. Jumping does help. If you can shoot it over your comrades' heads there, so might get in the habit of just jumping and firing it downwards, just to avoid some of that.
Blightstormer, and he's close.
Maybe a Blightstormer behind us. Is that what's going on? So your first clue that there is a behind us.
Only good hook rats, a dead one.
So if you hold the left beam like that, then you click right click, whatever you're hitting, that dot in the center, that reticle, will be hit with a high armor piercing blast. So that's how I'm killing those specials really quick. Anyway, so here's your first clue. So for the Grim, you have to carry a barrel over through the next section. And you'll see that there are 4 barrels here, 4 explosive barrels, and you only need 3 to go in the cart. So we're going to round up all the barrels, basically. 1 barrel we're going to kind of toss to the side so that doesn't go inside the cart. And now we're going to go grab the other barrels and drop them into the cart. The thing here to be careful about is that you don't lose any barrels, because I don't know if they all respawn for that extra one. So we want to make sure not to lose any barrels here. I'm going to grab this one. Or not. Grab the second one. Kind of bring these both at the same time. Make sure we're clearing the area of any randos, because we don't want to accidentally be hit while we're carrying a barrel, because that would be bad. We might lose our chance to get the
Here
barrel.
they come! Let's give them a welcome!
Okay, no.
Don't let that wreckage on!
Drop this to the side. Drop this to the side. We're just trying to make sure they don't hit the barrels. So, just clearing the area. As usual, we're going to get a horde. Mid-grim attempt.
Ha! Let Adamant lend you flame, wizard!
Pretty dead. We'll wait for this horde to finish before we start up some barrels again. This is a good spot, probably, to just teleport into.
Turners and Gormons!
With her Battle Wizard class, it's imperative that you do have a good familiarity with your melee, because you want to be able to defend yourself against any attacks to cue that tranquility, because it does take 8 seconds for that to take effect, right? But when it does kick in, it does give you a lot of sustainability with regards to being prepared for the next horde, and having that overcharge, you know, being all gone, as it were, really quickly between hordes or between engagements. So we have the 3 barrels inside the cart. That's good. We have that extra barrel, also good. Keep an eye on this thing, make sure it doesn't blow up. We want to carry that with us and just, again, be sure that we're not going to be hit by collateral. Kind of worried about that gas rack because you could light it. And with that AoE, that's really bad. Here we go. I'm going to push it and kind of take this with us. The concern here is that it might despawn, so... That'll do.
No, 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 no!
Ah, the fire!
It is possible to
Too
get a
much!
headshot with this thing,
Too
but
much!
might not always be worth it, because you tend to cause enemies to flinch when you use that beam staff, so you could make them flinch and dodge your headshot as well. Again, we're being very careful not to lose that, barrel. Come on, Dwarf should get rid of that guy real fast. Behind us, we're going to be careful they don't light the barrel, so we're going to pull back. We're going to pull back here, again, just to make sure that barrel stays safe.
Look at that! Assassin!
That was interesting. I just see floating heads. There are floating rocks. That's what they are. Alright, so our barrel is safe. I'm going to go grab it and take it forward.
Is it me, or is this quiet more worrying than the noise?
So we're going to go... Whoa, that was a big bounce. We're going to take this to the left here. Be very careful not to hit that barrel. Take it to the left here towards this water. Here there's a spawn location. And we got to be careful here. Sometimes there's a boss. If there's a boss, we can hide the barrel behind this bookshelf.
Hello, little person. Would you like to be friends?
That is not a tome location, by the way. One of the bots just dropped her tome, so that was the first tome. Okay,
Well, that
this
was
thing, and again,
insane, wasn't that?
Oh, yes.
being very
so
careful
much
not to
fun.
lose that.
I see your
Where it went.
teachers.
Surely we're not about to abandon that Blackfire.
We're going to follow to the end of the tunnel here. Away. Now we want to go left. That's the way forward. But for the Grim, we're going to want to head right.
Look out! Reach incoming!
Oh, Jesus. That would have been bad. So, to the right here, following it to this location. Now, you don't see it here, but when you pick up this barrel around this area, you'll see a location for it. So drop the barrel there. I think the host has to do this, by the way. And that's the location of the first Grim. So you walk through here, climb up this ladder on the left, and you will find the Grim sitting in this box. Broken box. So, back down, back the way you came, and now to move forward.
We'll kill them all!
I'm in awe, Sienna. It's bloody awe.
Keep this up. I might not... You'll know me by the trail of flame.
I was trying to avoid damage from the fire right there, so that my tranquility could go off. I think someone killed it.
What would you prefer, darlings? Northlanders or Ratmen? I'm in awe of that shot, darling. Quickly now, down here.
Alright, we are approaching Now, we're approaching the area of the second tome. It's a little ways up. It's going to be in the dark. So, this part can be pretty dangerous because pinging targets, pinging items doesn't always work here in the dark. So, yeah, it can be dangerous simply for awareness reasons. So, there's lots of items that spawn here, including guaranteed health. But again, it's one of these areas where it might be best to just get through here as fast as you can instead of dallying. You see, there's always health here on the right side, so that's pretty consistent. I'm going to go ahead and take one of these because I need it. I don't really need it. We'll move forward. You'll find that there's some items that can spawn down these tunnels. There's a tunnel ahead. There's 3 tunnels here. So, items spawn in there. When you come around this curve here, when you come around this curve here, sorry, you'll find that there's a side tunnel that you could, again, find some item spawns. Sometimes it's not necessarily the best thing to get them, simply because you can run into more trouble than it's worth. So,
Again, Pyromancer! Again!
it's like a small horde.
Walk with me!
Quiet horde. You want to be careful here because this is where the next tome is. This area after that curve. So right here at the bottom, if you remember this area, this is right before the part where the cart goes up. So the cart goes up a little curved track like a roller coaster. Jesus Christ. That's just a bad place to be. Flame rat behind us and poison, or flame rat in front of us, poison rat behind us. That's horrible. Anyway, as you exit this area, you want to go head left, and you'll see here, this box will highlight this crate. That's where the tome is, so there it is. You can't pick it up, unfortunately, so.
I'm staring straight at a potion.
Again, this is at the bottom of this little spiral, so as you exit into this room, you want to head straight left, and you'll see that box. There's almost always a horde there. Not always, but it is a queue point, so that's the thing that happens. Next up, we're going to be coming up against a second Grim location. Yeah, that sitting in that gas was really bad, but it's not like I had a choice. I tried to run out of the gas bubble and just got pushed into it by the flame rat, so that was a pretty bad engagement for me.
That's it! Put up your blade, was it?
Enough! Both of you!
I can't move forward. I was trying to...
Never have I seen such a display.
Oh, I thought that was a storm vermin. Completely wasted that. You can go down the sides here, and I think there are item spawns, but usually I just want to get out of the dark ASAP. Sometimes there will be mini boss that spawns here. I don't know if they got rid of that, but that used to be a thing. So.
The car's getting away!
Hi, card. I love
That's the way!
you. Bye-bye, card. Alright, so the next Grim is actually up there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open this chest really quick. You'll see how we get up there in a second. One of my arts buddies actually found if it's not faster, it's at least a guaranteed way of doing things. So kudos to him. I think it was...
Gas rat! Did you not see it?
Who was it? It wasn't Vam. Anyway, so really quick. So from here, going forward, you'll want to hug the right side. And you'll see this small. Damn it. Anyway, from the entrance. from the entrance, as I was trying to say, you want to hug the right side. It's very easy to miss. You can jump up here, duck through this small opening. That's one of my candles you can see. And then crawl up this ladder. There's a little ledge there. You don't have to worry about it. What you need to do is you need to get to this ledge right there. I was jumping that, and it's very easy to fall there. Of course a horse can never. What my buddy discovered was you can jump up on these rocks. And from these rocks, you could actually make it over and drop down here. So there's less danger of falling. Once you've made it to the other side, immediately to your right, there's a hole here. This hole is where you're going to find that second Grim.
What was that?
So, now how to get down here without taking any damage? Well, you can... Whoa, there's one rats. Towards this ammo box, which is always there. That ammo box always spawns there. You want to head just past that, and there's an area where you can drop down onto a small ledge.
You burned brightly, wizard.
Much better at clearing wide swaths of rats than anything. So anyways, this small ledge here is where you want to drop down. Boop. Then you don't take damage. Then back to where you're going. I still wish that box would
Medicine
pick
and
up Grims.
bindings.
I'm going to take one of these.
Let me tend these wounds.
And they're going to take my tome. And now we're approaching the location of the third and final tome. So I think one...
Looks like we're
is,
heading
no,
down.
second tome? Second tome? I don't remember. Well, the next tome anyway. So that was the second Grim. And it's the second tome, I think. I don't remember how many tomes we've seen so far. So it's hard to tell because I can't remember who picked up what tomes because the bots keep on dropping them.
By the eight, this cavern's magnificent. They're the sauce and eyes in the dark.
It's the third
Come,
tome.
backstabber. Feast
That
me,
coming from?
bleed to bleed.
Anyway, so here's the tome. Oh boy.
Gutter runner!
This second platform here, you can run up the side here, jump up on this platform. Sometimes there's an item that spawns here, and then you want to jump across to the left to this small platform, run up, and look, a tome.
Ammunition, darlings. Help yourselves.
Ammo sometimes spawns here. You'll want to
Through
keep an eye on
here.
that. That works. There's a guy that usually spawns here for me. Let's see if he's still there. Oh, I haven't seen him in a while. Maybe he had a random string of spawns there. I want to call him
You
Bob.
don't honestly think they've given up, darlings?
I wonder if it's possible to kill one of those guys. Anyway.
Leech! I hear it. Dead. Nice work, Mayfly. Down here, are you all blind?
Hook rat!
I need to heal. Poor little hook rat! What a shame!
Maybe they hate him on the board there.
Aggressive!
Kind of wish he had a weapon. Maybe there does exist a weapon. I haven't gotten weapon oranges for Sienna yet, but that would decrease her overcharge on hit or something, or crit, or something
Healing
along
drop.
those lines.
Didn't that just burn right off you?
Don't be ignorant, Marcus.
So anyways,
I
you
was
can
hurting.
drop that tome.
Oh yeah, it looked like
Guess
a
they hate
nasty
me.
graze, that.
Here you go. We'll kind of escort this car forward. And I think that was the last tome. For some reason, I'm not remembering if we covered all the tomes, so I'm hoping I did. I'll catch it in post. I just don't remember if we whoa.
Keep that heart for naught. Look out! Yes! Keep back! Gas rat! Cinder trap! seldom best skill.
Don't
Let's
remember if we
prove
got all the
it.
tomes. I'm going to assume we did. Otherwise, I'm going to be very depressed.
Kill the fire, that drink
Thought I heard him. Didn't see him. Back up, back up.
Alright, well done. Hey,
Is that the dead rat that's making that noise? It is definitely okay to stop and not push the cart forward. I mean, some people seem to be so
are we bringing the
intent on pushing the cart forward that they end up getting swamped by all the spawns here. You know what? Take a breather, clear the spawns,
Help me!
and then push the cart. You don't have to push the cart. If it rolls back, you can roll it forward again. It's not going to kill
Rallying gun. There.
you. Rattling gun. I don't see it.
Wrestling's gone.
That's probably really... But I did it. Quit playing with your food, dwarf.
Lots of trolls behind those doors, darling.
So this is the part I brought the wizard for.
Oh, looks almost peaceful. Enjoy it while you can, boys. On the way!
Where's he going? I'm just gonna put the bridge on fire again.
A troll! Time to burn! Bombs away!
The feeling that something's behind you.
It's hurling! Ah! The fire! Too much! Too much! Flame, walk with
Not
me!
something you don't. Why don't I just teleport through that? Anyway, silly troll, silly.
Quiet is no promise of safety. Depend on it.
Yeah, it worked. Anyway, so the beam staff is really useful against a troll, as you probably saw
Don't get
there.
overwhelmed!
And that's it. Pretty quick. I remember the first few times I ran through this map took a long
I
time.
enjoyed that.
Mostly because we didn't know where we were
Laughing
going,
all the way
right? Be
back
careful
to
when you
the
jump down here.
bridge.
You can take some pretty bad fall damage if you're not paying attention. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this. As always, subscribe, leave a like, and drop a comment if there's something you want to see from me moving forward. Otherwise, we'll check the scores real quick, and this is Eternal Frost signing out.